Hi! In this video, I want to give you a review of Andrei Neagoie's Zero to Mastery Academy. I've made a review of his courses before, but this time I want to give you a full review of Zero to Mastery Academy. And I want to answer your questions. Is the Academy worth it? Will I get a job as a software developer after going through courses in the Academy? I like Andrei Neagoie because I see him as a great teacher. He explains everything in a super and simple way, and he manages to balance theory with practical work. He also succeeded at creating a great community, willing to help fellow members. He posts regular, fun and rewarding activities. So far, almost 200k students have joined the community. And here is a Discord channel for Zero to Mastery students. As you can see, there are many channels, and lots of students live discussing all sorts of development topics, including coding and Zero to Mastery courses, job hunting, live coding, challenges, group projects, and local communities. Even ex-Yugoslavia. I'm from Slovenia, so this is my crowd. But as you can see, there are communities all over the world. Having a community is super important. It will help you when you can connect and ask questions. You will most likely be working with some of the people you meet in the community, so be social and help when you can. Now let me go through the courses. I'll assume that you are a complete beginner, so I'll start with the beginner courses. The Complete Web Developer in 2021. This course is an introduction and an overview for students completely new to web development. Andrei starts with the basics, like how the web works and the history of how it all started. Then you start with web basics, HTML5 and CSS. By the way, I have a great video in this channel with a comprehensive overview of technologies and all the best courses to master the technologies for web developers in 2021. You can find it here. Anyways, after HTML5 and CSS, you start creating websites with Bootstrap and templates. You create a landing page for a made-up startup. You can learn advanced CSS topics like CSS grid and layout. Then go to JavaScript, the language of the web browsers, and to DOM manipulation. You will learn some advanced JavaScript and learn the basic commands for the command line. You will optimize your development environment and learn to use version control with Git. Git is a must if you are a developer. You will also learn NPM and NPM scripts and then dive into front-end frameworks. React is the most popular framework, so this is the best choice for you. You will learn how to make asynchronous requests to fetch data from the backend, and then you go to the backend. You start with an introduction to what backend is and what a web service and API is. Web apps communicate with APIs, so this is a must-know topic. You learn the backend by doing a project. You'll be coding in Node.js, which is a backend JavaScript. You will learn how to use backend Node.js framework called Express and use databases to store data. You will use the PostgreSQL database, since it is a popular choice and a great database. After you build an app, you will learn how to deploy it and set up production. What I like about Andrei is his motivational interaction. He also succeeded in creating a great community where members help each other. Andrei also posts frequent activities and challenges, which are usually fun and rewarding. This course is a must-have for anyone who wants to break into web development. It's packed full of comprehensive instructions and includes links to extensive additional resources. Some of you might think that this makes the course incomplete, but it's the opposite. The course cannot and should not provide all the information available. It should teach you to find the information you need by yourself, since this will be your job. Your job is not web development. It's searching for the best solutions to a given problem. The course does give you an excellent overview and an introduction to the popular technologies. The course is continually updated with information about changes in the field and the struggles actual students have experienced. The course has enough hands-on projects on different tools for web backend or frontend. This course will not give you complete knowledge about everything required by the employers, but it will show you the path to reach your destination. Be prepared to put a lot of extra work to understand and apply what you learn within this course. There is one thing that could be better. The exercises have a solution. It would be better if he explained while solving the exercises. But then again, some of you might say that that would be a copy-paste. I really like that Andrei delivers the lessons with energy and positive attitude, which will help you going. The next course I'll review is Complete Python Developer in 2021. The course goes from Python Introduction with Python Basics, setting up the environment, to advanced topics like object-oriented programming and functional programming, decorators, error handling, and generators. You learn how to create modules in Python, debug the code, deal with files, use regular expressions to search text, and scrape data with Python. The course also has a data science and machine learning introduction, but it's really a soft introduction. What I like is all the job advice he gives in his courses. If you take this course as a beginner, you certainly want to get a job. And Andrei will give you some great tips. The course is straightforward and easy to follow along. You'll get lots of useful resources and enough explanation to understand what's happening in the code, taking some detours if necessary. Andrei is a good instructor and explains everything so well that even if you have no computer science background, it will be fun learning how to code. Some projects and exercises could be longer, but the course is already quite long. The last few videos might be too fast and not too much into details. But of course, machine learning is a topic that would need several courses, and here is just an introduction. For machine learning, I would instead go to Coursera. They are the best for machine learning. Python is great and super useful language. But if you decide to stick with web, then I would go more in depth with JavaScript. JavaScript, the Advanced Concepts, is the next course I'll review. If, after taking the Complete Web Developer in 2021, you feel you need to upgrade your JavaScript knowledge, you're right. Mastering JavaScript at a higher level is a must, especially if you want to proceed as a front-end developer or develop in Node.js. The course will give you foundations and teach you the difference between object-oriented programming and functional programming. You will learn about closures and prototypal inheritance. You will learn about asynchronous JavaScript, promises, and async await. All you need to know to properly use asynchronous features. Then you learn about modules and module pattern. And your code will need proper error handling. As a developer, you will need to know structures. One section focuses on data structures in JavaScript, arrays, strings, hash tables, and more. In my opinion, this would be required basic knowledge for every JavaScript developer. So going through this course is a must. I love Andrei's courses because he goes deep into specifics of why something works the way it does. And this one is not different. Another fun course from zero to mastery is JavaScript Web Projects, where you build 20 projects for your portfolio. You will build projects with pure JavaScript, HTML5, CSS3, with all the code provided. In the course, you learn the UI practices to build responsive and mobile-first web applications. You'll learn asynchronous programming with Ajax, Fetch API, promises, and async await. You will work with web APIs, local storage, DOM, and more. And you'll go more in depth to modern CSS, to animations, transitions, variables, and more. The projects you'll build are simple apps like quote generator, joke teller, music player, bookkeeper, drag and drop app, a paint clone, Pong, and more. The projects are quick, fun, and everyone teaches you some new JavaScript trick. The course is done together with Yasink Wang, a senior developer with the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. He is doing the projects. You are just along for the ride. My advice would be to take some of the ideas and tips that Jacinto teaches you and build your projects with that knowledge. I recommend this course to anyone who wants to sharpen their skills in vanilla JavaScript. After this course, you are ready for a front-end framework like React. Complete React Developer in 2021. The course will start with basic concepts like components, states, components lifecycle, router, forms, and authentication. You'll be working on e-commerce projects where you will implement all concepts you learn. Advanced topics will introduce Redux. Redux is a complex topic that will take you some time. You will learn about session storage, advanced routing, state normalization. I like that the course does not teach you only React-related features, but it teaches you all the things you will work with as a React developer. And yes, sooner or later, you will implement payment to one of your apps. Andrei teaches how to implement Stripe payment. After you create the app, you will learn to deploy the app to the production. Then you proceed to advanced topics like asynchronous Redux, Redux Saga, React hooks, Context API, and GraphQL and Apollo to manipulate data. You will learn how to add mobile support to your app and improve performance to the app. As a bonus, you'll learn about progressive web apps and app testing. And you'll create a Gatsby block, which again is not a React-only topic. Gatsby is a static site generator with its specifics that are not only React specifics. But Gatsby uses React, and it's still a super useful tool to learn. Most of the course has you working on a single project, which is an excellent way to dive deeper into advanced concepts, since it is close to how real-life React development is like. Andrei knows how to teach and what the IT market needs from a software programmer. But I highly recommend you do advanced JavaScript course before doing the React course. The next course I'll review is Complete SQL plus Databases Bootcamp. The course aims to teach you all SQL and database concepts. After the course, you'll know the difference between SQL and NoSQL, and you'll know when to use each. You'll be able to add SQL, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Redis, database management and design to your knowledge stack. You will create your own databases and use SQL to query data. You will use real-world data to generate insights and reports using SQL. You will learn advanced SQL topics like indexes, aggregates, caching to make your database queries efficient. You will work with SQL across multiple tables and multiple databases. Mobini, the instructor in the course, is a solution architect. He has worked as a consultant for the majority of his career. In the course, you don't just learn the syntax, you gain a thorough understanding of the topic. It is a perfect course for SQL beginners, but it might be a bit slow if you already have experience. He also does not cover the stored procedures and functions, benchmarking, and optimizations. I recommend this course for true beginners in the field. And now the Complete Junior to Senior Web Developer Roadmap in 2021. This course has lots of learning material. Like with every Zero to Mastery course, Andrei delivers the critical and practical material for working as a full-stack developer. The course has a good organization of content and a nice mix of theory and exercises. In the course you learn about SSH, how it works and how to set it up. You learn about Linux servers, performance, everything from minimizing DOM updates to load balancing. Then security, code analysis, state management, and about serverless architecture with AWS Lambda. And you will learn basic TypeScript and the difference between server-side and single-page applications. You'll go deeper into testing, containers with Docker, sessions with JWT, and caching with Redis. Then advanced topics like progressive web apps and continuous integration and continuous delivery. These two principles are how most software companies now operate. Will you feel like a senior developer after the course? No, but you'll have an awareness of information that might help you solve more complex problems. The course won't make you an expert, but it will allow you to talk about technologies intelligently and give you a starting point for further exploration. The content is explained in simple words so everybody can easily understand. Andrei isn't there just to teach you how to code, but he gives you the right mindset and a positive attitude. As with all the courses, what shine is Andrei's philosophy to life with tech. As a self-teaching developer, it is very easy to get lost and no longer see what is important. And this course gives you an outline to follow to not get lost. An important course to check out is the Learning to Learn course. Learning to Learn is not a programming course, but it is a skill all developers urgently need. As a developer, you will constantly be learning. If you don't like to learn new things, then quit this career at once, since you will feel frustrated otherwise. Technology is changing rapidly. What was okay last year is obsolete this year. If this is frustrating for you, then find another job. If not, you need to find a way to learn efficiently. And this is an important aspect other courses don't teach. The course aims to teach you the framework to achieve mastery in any subject in the shortest amount of time. It introduces the learning strategies and techniques from over 25 world-class performers. With the course, you will learn to choose the right topics to study and to be successful without wasting your time. You will understand how the mind and brain function and use it to train your brain. The studies are backed with neuroscience. Learning is a meta skill to master for every developer. You can see through the course Andrei has studied the subject and has put into practice what he teaches. Most of these techniques are known, but to have them organized and explained helped me put them in a long-term memory. The course takes you through principles like Pareto principle, learning versus winning the system. It teaches you how to view failures and more. It teaches you how to think about learning. It tells you why the sentence "follow your passion" is not a good advice, and why you cannot trust one single person, why avoiding risk is not a good strategy. It will give you the pillars for effective learning, back it up with science, give you the techniques to implement good habits, and invite you to a lifelong learning. I strongly recommend this course, even if it's not a coding course. And now let's go to Master the Coding Interview. Master the Coding Interview is a great course, and I've made a review of the course in another video. I welcome you to watch it here. But in short, Andrei didn't stop just with data structures and algorithms, but he also did a non-technical part. The course is not just about teaching you about data structures and algorithms. It's really about getting you a job in a big company. And a non-technical part plays a significant role in hiring, which is as important as the technical part. The course will teach you in and out of arrays, strings, lists, queues, trees, heaps, graphs, the big O notation, and more. Watch the complete review on the YouTube channel. Zero to Mastery has another course that focuses on interviews and job hunting. The other course is oriented to getting a job at a big company like Google, Amazon, or Facebook. The bigger the company, the more complex the hiring process is. The Master the Coding Interview, Big Tech Interviews course provides step-by-step guides to common questions and the solutions on how to solve them, optimize them, and present them during a tech interview. You will learn exactly how you need to answer difficult questions, and you learn to use the right data structures and algorithms. The course focuses heavily on data structure questions and explains all in detail. What I miss is more in-depth system design questions. It does not teach you on how to think on a higher level. They use LetCode to test the solutions. LetCode is the best platform to help you prepare for technical interviews. The course helps you to advance so you have the relevant strategies for problem solving. It teaches you how to become efficient at solving coding problems using appropriate solutions. Zihua Zheng is teaching the class. He has been working as a software developer for many years in Toronto. He was working for some of the largest tech companies in the world. Zihua is a self-taught developer, so he fully understands the challenges and mindset you might struggle with. And his teaching style is excellent. Zihua explained the toughest of the concepts in such a way that it becomes 100 times easier to understand. And here is the complete web and mobile designer in the 2001 course. The complete web and mobile designer course aims to teach you how to build beautiful design web and mobile projects for your customers using the top companies' modern tools in 2021. It aims to give you a fantastic design portfolio customized and professionally completed by the end of the course, and help you to get hired as a designer or become a freelancer. It starts with sketching, how to find inspiration, and how to stay inspired. It will teach you what are user flows and how you can create your own. You will learn how to create sitemaps for pages and projects. It will teach you about design process, how to go from wireframes, prototypes to feedback, and how you iterate this loop until the final product. The course will explain the design theory, the grid, typography, colors, visual assets, and accessibility. You will learn about design patterns, mobile design, motion, and micro interactions. I like the course because it also tackles topics like how to work with a client. It does not help you to be an outstanding designer if you cannot work with the clients. And in the end, you build your portfolio. The course is put together with Daniel Schifano. Daniel is a designer whose expertise expands across multiple design disciplines. The course is a good collection of tools and concepts. It would be great to have a more extensive section on the UI design patterns and aesthetics. But the course still teaches you essential skills and prepares you for real-world situations. My humble opinion is that Andrei is a much better teacher than Daniel. But still, you can learn a lot from this course. I also miss having the assignments in the course. There is one course in the Zero to Mastery Academy I have not gone into deeper. It's complete ethical hacking. The course would take me longer to complete and I might do it later. With the coronavirus and complete lockdown in my country, my time is quite limited, so I cannot tell you much about this course. The same goes for complete machine learning course. I will do these two courses later and maybe create a standalone review. In this course I wanted to focus on web development since this is my specialty. And there is one more course left. Deno, this is my topic. Why? Well, because I also wrote a book about Deno. I wrote a book about Deno and you can get it on the LeanPub site, here. It will go great with this course. Deno is a new language created by the author of Node.js. He says he made mistakes with Node.js and Deno is the answer. Deno is a simple, modern and secure runtime for JavaScript and TypeScript. Deno works with the V8 Chromium engine and is built with Rust programming language. Deno is super new and I would not use it for production yet. It is a delight if you are a developer. Its strengths are security, since it is built with Rust. It explicitly takes on a role of both runtime and package manager, so no NPM with Deno. What I also like about Zero to Mastery platform are the workshops. If you are a beginner, the Getting Your First Dev Job is a great resource. It will give you great tips on how to get your first job. I liked his latest Future Proof Yourself workshop. I've written my 5-year plan along with my values. It's a great workshop. And the timing was perfect. I was doing it the first days of January. Great time to make goals. Well, actually, making goals and being in touch with your values and happiness factors are useful any time in the year. I also like the ebook, Principles for Programmers, that in a simple form gives guidance for any developer who wants to be great at his job and life. The community includes a very addictive Discord server. As a Zero to Mastery member, you will have monthly coding challenges events. You can add yourself to a job board to be available for the recruiters. And every month, Andrei sends a monthly with resources and articles. And this is the best part of the community, having support if you need it. In Discord, you have many channels to help you, from general to dev resources, help me, woman in tech, look what I made, to remote. Then you have channels for specific courses and topics, and way down here is job hunting. All the courses are also available on Udemy, except for the workshops, like the ones I mentioned, How to Get Your First Job and Future Proof Yourself. Both are really great. Also, in the Academy, you get all courses for a monthly subscription. No need to buy each. So, what would be my final review? Is the Zero to Mastery Academy worth it? Are the courses any good? My very personal opinion is yes. The hardest thing if you are beginning is knowing what is important and what not. You can waste months going down a rabbit hole and learning something that is not even relevant. Having it all together in one place is a great plus. Just let me tell you something straight. Even if you join the academy, it does not mean you won't have to research on your own. You won't get everything on a silver platter. You will still research. Researching and solving problems is what developers do. That is what you're after. The academy will make it easier for you and give you the foundations, so when you search for your own project, you will know what to search for and how things are connected. If I was in your shoes and there was a sale on Udemy for $10, then I would probably buy a course there. But then I would not get the workshops. And if I wanted to get started right now and have all the courses available for me right now, then I would join the academy. Andrei is a great teacher, and he will explain all the web development concepts in a super simple way. And more than that, he will give you the right mindset, which is even more critical. Have a great day. Bye!